At the dawn of the 20th century, America was booming. The demand for lumber led to the destruction of over 100 million acres of forest. Fashion trends led to the killing of over 5 million water birds every year, just for their feathers. The American buffalo, more than 20 million strong, had been reduced to under 1,000. The North American wilderness was under attack and disappearing at an alarming rate. In order to protect wild spaces and creatures for future generations, President Theodore Roosevelt set aside 150 million acres of land. These are our national wildlife refuges. This is where the adventure begins.
Hi, I'm Peter Schriemer. Have you ever seen an old car that had been beat up by its owner, but then somebody else saw its real value, bought it, fixed it up, and showed how beautiful it really was? Well, that's kind of like the place where we are today. This place had been damaged by man's misuse of the land, but now it's transformed. Today, it's home to the world's largest water bird and all kinds of amazing wildlife. Welcome to Seney National Wildlife Refuge.
When exploring Seney, make sure to wear comfortable clothing for the weather and shoes that protect your feet. I take along a backpack with some key items: drinking water, bug repellent, sunscreen, a first aid kit, a camera or phone for taking pictures, binoculars, and a trail map, which is available for free at the visitor center.
I also carry a journal with me to keep track of the things that I see as I'm exploring. So now they're all set, let's get going.
The western half is all wilderness. The eastern half is managed by the refuge with habitats for animals and trails for people.
Oh, there you are. Now this is one amphibian you'll definitely hear and hopefully see here at Seney, and I'm gonna try and catch him.
This frog is called the green frog. Its scientific name is Rana clamitans, which means loud calling. You'll definitely hear this little guy calling loudly across the wetlands of Seney. These round discs are actually their ears. They're called tympanic membranes. If the ear is larger than the eye, like on this one here, then it's a male green frog. An ear the same size as the eye or smaller means that it's a female. Green frogs can be identified by a ridge of skin that goes down part of their backs. Bullfrogs don't have this.
Well, it's time to let this little guy go back into the pool where he belongs. Seney has a 7-mile road to experience part of the refuge by car. But another great way to experience the refuge is on a bicycle. I rented this one in town, so we can have some fun today. Let's go! Now it's time to head back to the pools where we're going to meet the world's largest water bird, who happens to also be a great jazz musician. Come on.
There she is, the magnificent Trumpeter Swan, standing up to 5 feet tall, weighing about 25 pounds, with a wingspan of 6.5 feet. This is the largest water bird on Earth.
Their call sounds a little bit like a bugle, which gives them a reputation for being great jazz players. Ever read the book, The Trumpet of the Swan? Well, it's about a trumpeter swan who loses his voice, so he learns how to play the bugle.
They use their bugle-sounding calls to communicate with each other and their young.
The male trumpeter swan is very protective of his family. Being the biggest water bird on Earth means that he is big and tough enough to chase away anything that goes near his family.
The trumpeters' long necks allow them to gather food from the lake floor. The mud in this lake here at Seney is rich in iron, which stains their feathers, giving their heads and necks a brownish color. Trumpeter swans are so large and beautiful that a long time ago they were desired for their skins, their meat, and their long feathers for making quill pens. They were hunted so much that by the late 1800s there were no trumpeter swans left in Michigan. Across the country, swans were also losing their homes to people building houses and cities.
By 1932, only 69 trumpeter swans were left in the country, on the brink of being wiped out from most of North America forever.
Then, some people got together to raise baby swans called cygnets and release them across America in places where the swans used to live. These folks chose to protect and care for things that are important, like habitats and wildlife. This is what conservation is all about.
In 1991, Seney National Wildlife Refuge was chosen as a site to reintroduce the trumpeter swan to the Great Lakes region. All the hard work that went into creating these pools that brought back the Canada goose paid off in a big way, leading to one of the greatest wildlife success stories in our history, the return of the trumpeter swan.
Today, there are more than 46,000 trumpeter swans across North America, and their numbers are rising. President Theodore Roosevelt, who created the wildlife refuge system, said, "Wildlife and its habitat cannot speak, so we must, and we will."
When you see trumpeter swans, remember their story. We can all make the right choices to be heroes for our wildlife.
When visiting Seney, you can drive the auto tour, hike or bike the trails, canoe down the Manistee River, check out the visitor center, or join one of their many wonderful activities to learn more about the amazing wildlife that lives here.
And it's all free, just waiting for you to come and have your own adventure. That's our legacy. The wilderness is calling us, and now it's your turn to see what you can discover all over the map.